I am so hungry. I am so hungry. I need to film more videos. Woo! Hello and welcome. My name is Ansu and today I'm here to give you some tips on how to read more. I'm pretty sure I've done a video that was very similar to this, but I don't know if it is still public or not. I don't know. But here's a renewed version of this, I guess. So yeah, let's just talk about all the things that I think will help you in your reading progress. First and foremost, audiobooks. Audiobooks has been a game changer. You have no idea how much that has helped me to read a lot more, to listen to a lot more books, and just consume a ton of different stories just because I listened to audiobooks. It makes such a huge difference, and a lot of people do not take advantage of that facility. Now, there are different audiobook sources that you can get from Audible, Scribd, Libby, whatever it might be. I have changed a little bit of my opinions on all of those platforms. I do have a really old video at this point filmed on that particular topic, which I will leave linked in the cards and down below for you to check out. Currently, the only two different platforms that I'm using is Scribd and Libby. Libby can connect to your personal library and give you audiobooks from that source. I know it's not available everywhere. It could be a potential hurdle for a lot of people, but for me, I do have access to two different libraries, so it works perfectly for me. It is an option. I personally really enjoy it. The other one is Scribd, which is a paid subscription service. You can get more newer audiobooks on there. You do have a limit on the newer releases of audiobooks. That's kind of a weird thing that goes on over there. Everything is explained in detail in that other video, so I'll leave it linked for you to check out. Tip number 2 is to not read. I know this seems very counterintuitive and you're thinking like, Ansu, the whole point of this video is to read more. And I get that, I totally understand that. But if you force yourself to read books when you really don't feel like it, you're not going to read. You're going to put yourself into a huge reading slump, and it's not what you're looking for sure. So do not force read at any cost. If you're not in the mood to read, don't read. It's as simple as that. Just don't pick a book up, do something else. If you have other interests, go forward with that. Do something else. Honestly, just do something else. It really does make a difference. And I know it sounds so counterintuitive and you're just like, that's ridiculous. But give it a shot. Just if you think you're not in the mood to read, just don't do it. Tip number 3 is my new favorite thing that I found this year, which is Storygraph. Storygraph is this newer app that's like Goodreads, but the good thing about it is you can find out books and how they're paced. In my opinion, if you can read fast-paced books, you can get yourself out of a reading slump, / you can also read more. It really just goes hand in hand, and I think it makes a huge difference. Storygraph has this option of telling you what pace the book has, what genre the book is in, if it is lighthearted, if it's a dark book, if it's fantasy, all that kind of stuff. It really goes into detail about every single book, and I really think that does help quite a bit. Honestly, this year I've noticed that when I was reading slower paced books, which is usually with fantasy, I just found myself not reading at all. I did not care enough to read anymore, and it sucked. I really did not like that feeling. So in order to read more, I started looking for more books that I was interested in, and I would look at Storygraph to see what the pace of the book was. If it was either medium paced or fast paced, there was a good chance I would pick it up. If it was slow, I would tend to veer away from it as much as possible. Unless I'm like super interested in the book, sometimes even if it is slow, it just runs by really quickly. Yeah, fast-paced books is something that you really should look for. I think that really helps in order to read a lot more. Tip number 4, of course, like I mentioned a little earlier, read books that you will enjoy. You do not have to read classics. You don't have to read Jane Eyre in order to seem smart or whatever. Like, you don't need to do that. If you want to read that, of course, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. If you read only exclusively romance books, it doesn't make you a non-reader. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, like, honestly. And I do not like when people say that, oh, you read only romance books? Oh god, you're not a reader. Oh. I still have the brand of reading paranormal books, which I quit reading when I was like 13. I used to like those books, but I grew out of it. My tastes have definitely changed, but I still have people who talk to me and they're like, oh my god, you like vampires and shit. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what I read anymore. Don't let people judge you or bully you into reading a certain type of book. Just read whatever you want to, and it will make a world of a difference. Now, of course, going on with tip 4, if you don't know what your specific interests are, I get that. I'm totally here for you, my friend. you need to figure out what kind of things you like. When it comes to movies, what do you veer towards? Do you like comedy? Do you like action? Do you like suspense? Do you like horror? All of these things. There's so many different things that you could be interested in, obviously. So if you're more interested or keen about watching a certain thing, there's most likely a better chance for you to enjoy books that are of the same genre. So I would say like stick around to those maybe. Like my opinion, I think that would really help. If you know what you like in other things, you might really enjoy it in books as well. So just give that a shot. It might really help you to pick up a book that you're interested in. If you like a certain genre, you could stick to it if you want to, and you might find a bunch of different books in that specific genre as well. We're into 5? I think we're into 5. This is something that I've grown into this year specifically, and that is reading out of your comfort zone. I found a whole new genre of books that I never used to read previously. There are 2 different genres that I'm specifically getting into this year, and I'm really enjoying it. That is nonfiction. I know, right? Nonfiction and mysteries. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with mystery thrillers. I love it. It's really cool. I am also such a chicken for any of these types of books, but I love reading it. I think it's so interesting how an author can come about telling you what is happening. There's a murder, all these mysterious things. It's crazy. I love that. And I learned a lot more about that this year specifically. It's amazing how much I've changed in the way that I read and am interested in books. Even nonfiction. I usually never read nonfiction, but of recent, I have been really into more development type of books, like personal development type of books. I think the book Atomic Habits was one of them that I was really enjoying. And there was Show the Work, also super cool. So yeah, just try books out of your comfort zone and you might really enjoy it. You don't know until you give it a shot. And I think that's such a cool thing. Alright you guys, those are my 5 tips of reading more and trying to get out of your reading slump. I think it really helps. It really helped me especially, and I think it might even help you. So maybe give it a shot. Let me know down below if it worked for you. I'll try to film a video with like fast-paced books you could try to read to get out of a reading slump. I'll try to film a video like that to help you guys out as well. But yeah, that is it from me. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Ansu. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification to be notified every single time I upload a new video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Until then, I'll talk to you all in the comments. Bye!